Whoever takes the head of the enemy general shall have Fusehime in marriage. Words that were uttered in jest, that drove her to the path of becoming a goddess. Masters, welcome to the Fate Grand Order Servant Overview for Servant Rider Kyokutei Bakin. Shinsetsu Yumiharuzuki and Nanso Satomi Hakenden. These were some of the works of a writer from the Edo period, Takizawa Okikuni, better known by his pen name, Kyokutei Bakin. As a servant, he is an anomaly, similar to his friend and illustrator, Katsushika Hokusai. He is summoned in the body of his daughter-in-law, Tokimura Michi. Indeed, she is a big part of his legend, because she was the one who finished his novels in his later years when he lost his sight. And yet, there is another spirit fused into the servant, Kyokutei Bakin, Fusehime, a character in the 8 Dog Chronicles, who ended her own life after she became pregnant with Yatsufasa's cubs, a dog that is the incarnation of a vengeful spirit that cursed Fusehime's clan. By killing herself, she released the 8 unborn pups to enter her prayer beads, which were then scattered by the wind to be born into different families. Bakin's first skill is the name speaks for itself, B. It charges Bakin's NP gauge by 20 to 30% and charges the party's NP gauge excluding Bakin by 10%. It also gives 5 to 15 critical stars. Bakin's second skill is 8 Benevolences and Righteousness A. It is a targetable skill that increases one ally's quick, arts, and buster performance, and their critical and NP damage by 10 to 20% for 3 turns. It also heals them for 500 to 1000 HP, as well as giving them debuff immunity and evasion for 1 time for 3 turns. Bakin's third skill is Absorbed in Writing A. It increases Bakin's arts performance for 3 turns by 20 to 30% and grants Bakin an on-attack buff for 3 turns that increases the party's attack by 5% whenever Bakin attacks using their arts cards. Bakin's first passive is Writing B. It increases Bakin's quick performance by 8%. Bakin's second passive is Magic Resistance B. It increases Bakin's debuff resistance by 17.5%. Bakin's last passive is Divinity C. It increases Bakin's damage by a flat 150. Bakin's noble Phantasm is Nanso Satomi Hakenden. It is a 4-hit AoE Arts Noble Phantasm that increases Bakin's damage against demonic enemies by 30% for a turn before the damage. It also gives 8 critical stars. It has a modifier that deals extra damage against evil alignment enemies by 150 to 200% depending on overcharge. Bakin is an Arts AoE DPS who can loop pretty well. Compared to the other Arts AoE riders at NP1, Bakin has more damage compared to Da Vinci and Odysseus, but Bakin has weaker damage without their anti-evil and demonic niche compared to an NP5 Habitrot and the unreleased welfare in NA, Santa Nemo. In terms of her NP refund, it is serviceable in triple caster waves, using double Castoria even without a starting charge CE. Although she will need help in Berserker nodes in the form of other NP charging supports like Oberon, or an NP gain / charging Mystic Code when farming neutral classes. And that was the Fate Grand Order Servant Overview for Servant Class Rider Kyokutei Bakin.